St. Louis Cardinals select Michael Lynn.
Lance Lynn makes his major league debut.
He's a polished pitcher. This is not some raw kid who just got stuffed.
Swing and a miss. Goes right by him. Boy, he is tough tonight, isn't he?
And Lynn has gone the distance. Shutout.
Lance Lynn, he's going to challenge. He'll be coming at you all night long.
Swing and a miss. Got him.
Pitch from Lance Lynn. Now 7 strikeouts.
His cutter has been filthy tonight.
What a job by Lance Lynn. He is something else.
You get 65 pitches. Go get me 5 innings.
He's one of the most accomplished pitchers of his generation, and a couple of weeks ago, Lance Lynn decided to step away from the game. Just a brief snapshot of his resume. 39th overall pick in the 2008 Major League Draft by the St. Louis Cardinals, a 2-time All-Star, a World Series champion with those Redbirds in 2011, and part of D-Row's United States
he was
World
the
Baseball
MVP
Class.
of the one.
That's right.
He said, "Give me the ball."
And Lance Lynn
I'm going to tell
joins
the
us now
world
here.
what happened.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
I'm going to tell. Well,
Good
first
morning,
of all,
Lance.
Lance knows how I feel. We went into that Canada game with our pitching like in shambles, right? Trying to honor every parent club. This man had to go 65 pitches, or we were kind of in a bind, where Adam Wainwright would have had to come in and basically throw BP in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
He said, "Give me the ball and get the heck out of the way." And not only that, then he loud-talked the offense into scoring them some runs. So, I mean, let's do it, baby. That's why he got the ball when we went to Miami. JT Realmuto and Will Smith came to the front of the plane. I said, "Hey, we're going to give the ball to Lance against Venezuela." And JT goes, "You better or you'll lose this team." Just so you know that.
Lance, what does it mean to you to hear that?
No, that's awesome. Obviously, you play the game to win, and I've always been like that. And those guys know me and played against me, and they saw it from the get-go. Part of the team there. So and they knew I was looking forward to that opportunity. So it was a fun time for sure.
Lance, what's the one thing you'll miss the most, and the one thing you're happy you never have to do again?
The number one thing, it's weird, right? You get the competing, right? You versus me in the box. I'm trying to strike you out. When I strike you out, I'm gonna let you know about it. So I'm gonna miss that part. For sure. And then, to be honest with you, getting to this point, I'm not going to miss the the long nights of everything's starting to hurt in the middle of the season. Those things start beating up on you as you get older. So I'm not going to miss the aches and pains for sure.
Have you had a chance to kind of reflect? I mean, you had an amazing career, Lance, when you break it down. Like your comps, like the Chris Carpenters, the Carlos Zambranos, like your numbers are right. Have you had a chance to kind of sit there and be proud of what you accomplished?
No, I think over the course of the years doing it, I started to really understand and respect everything that I was able to do and the fact that I was still doing it. But to be, for me, Chris Carpenter was a big part of my career and helping me become the person I became and the pitcher I became. So to be in his category, that's all I would ever ask for when I first started.
Are you still staying in shape in case that phone rings and it makes sense to you?
I'm staying in shape for my golf game. My golf game's coming along. I've got a fishing tournament this weekend. Next weekend I've got a turkey hunt. So I'm enjoying life, but staying where I need to be. So I'm not trying to be the really out of shape 55-year-old that's like, man, that guy really played in the major leagues. I don't want to be that guy.
Can you tell the story of the FaceTime I received sitting on my couch? I want people to know what kind of dude you are.
Yeah, so this was my ploy to get on the team for the WBC team. So we're at a deer camp. We're around a bonfire, and they're like, "Hey, what have you heard?" I go, "You know what? Nobody's told me yes or no. They told me, yeah, we're interested." So I FaceTimed D-Row. I was like, "Hey, I'm in. I don't know what the holdup is." I'm pretty much showed him the campfire. I was like, "Hey, we're ready to rock. We're ready to represent America, and we're ready to throw some heaters and let it eat." And I go, "And don't miss out on that." He's like, "All right, I'll give you a call tomorrow. You guys enjoy." It
was midnight. He had some pops. He had the huge beard going. I had never talked to him. I'm like, man, something's telling me to answer this. Yeah. It was him on FaceTime basically saying, I need to be on this team. I hung up. I'm like, hey, 100%.
And why? I mean, you've done it. Robert read your resume. Everything at the highest level. When you see that American flag and the crowd's going crazy, why? What was it about that moment in time that you needed to be a part of?
I think at the point of your career, too, that had a lot to do with it. I was like, man, I really want to do this. I had an opportunity early on in my career, and it didn't work out because of being a little younger pitcher. So they wanted to make sure I was in spring training and all that with the organization I was with. But I represented my country in college and had a great time doing it, and I really wanted to have that opportunity again as a professional. So it meant a lot to me, and I really wanted to be a part of it.
What did it mean to kind of bookend your career? You came up with the St. Louis Cardinals, and then you ended with the St. Louis Cardinals. What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I retired, though, is I didn't see myself, if this was going to be my last year somewhere else, it didn't seem right. So you started looking at everything that I accomplished last year with 2,000 innings, 2,000 strikeouts, and some personal or some, individual goals with St. Louis in my years there. So I was like, man, I don't know if I can finish anywhere else. And family was close. Everybody was there for my last game. So it all worked out perfectly. And to start where you, finish where you started, for me, that was awesome. And, I enjoyed my time in St. Louis, and they gave me the opportunity to be a big leaguer, and then they let me finish my career there. So it was amazing.
You a breakfast guy?
Oh, yeah, man. When you've got kids from 13 down to 2, you got to get up and make breakfast and get everybody out the door.
What'd you have? You look like you like venison or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get hunting season, you get that deer sausage and stuff like that. That's a good little morning mixture with the eggs and, throw a little spinach on there and avocado, and you got the healthiest breakfast you're going to get.
That's exactly what I thought he'd eat. That's exactly
who he is. That's who he is. That's an American breakfast right
American
there.
breakfast.
He's an American
work on your
man.
wedge game.
And
It's all about the short
It's getting
game.
tight.
Is it really?
It's getting tight. Yeah, I'm going to come down to Atlanta and take you down.
Let's go.
Lance, congratulations on a fantastic
Lance.
career. We hope you enjoy this new chapter of your life, and best of luck to you.
So, by the way, the Mauer statue, the 8th, by outside of the ballpark at Target Field. Carl Pohlad, longtime owner, has one. Killebrew, Puckett, Oliva, Tom Kelly, Kent Herbeck have the others. If I were to ask you about a current player who is statue-worthy when he hangs it up and shuts down his career, what do you come back with me?
Mike Trout.
Okay.
Manny Machado. Shohei Ohtani. That's just to name a few. I think Judge gets one.
Judge,
Center field.
I like Judge. For me, it's got to be a guy that played his whole career there. How about Clayton Kershaw?
Well, Clayton Kershaw is definitely one.
Yeah.
But do you have to play your whole career? I mean, look, like you look at a guy like Manny, right? Played in Baltimore, stint with the Dodgers, but he spent over 11, 12 years as a Padre. So you would think that would make sense, right?
Yeah, because Frank Robinson
Shohei
has
doesn't
one
get
in
one?
Cincinnati. You're
In
right.
LA after 10 years, and
I mean,
who knows?
we're already building statues for Bobby Witt Jr. and Gunnar Henderson.
Well,
the kids.
Well, before that, the catcher needs one. The Venezuelan catcher that's been there for 20 years.
Sal Perez. That's
Sal
a good-
Perez.
now that's a
He needs a statue. The Venezuelan Gold Glover and the Stallion.
I like that.
Plays every day. He definitely needs a statue.
Lifetime Royal, too.
Lifetime Royal. There you go.
Congratulations to Joe for getting a statue. Hardly a